Splatoon was a game made by the head game guy at Nintendo, Shigeru Miyamoto, and a bunch of young up and coming game designers. He went in, they said, okay, what kind of games do you guys want to play, or what kind of games do you want to make? And they went through various iterations, and they realized they wanted to make a third person deathmatch shooter. And Miyamoto was totally for this because he's actually wanted to make a first person shooter type game. And he really wanted to do a kind of a Doom style thing. But they decided to make it kind of colorful and bright and kind of platformy, really. And it's actually one of my favorite games for the Wii U. So I love talking about this. The controller, I actually wanted to use a picture of my own Wii U controller, but it's black and everything, and the table I've got is dark brown, and I couldn't find a place where I could place it, and it showed up. I just don't have the right lighting, so I had to use somebody else's picture. But the controller is pretty much the same as the Xbox 360 or the PlayStation whatever controller. The only difference is the screen, that little camera right there, and some of the positions for the buttons. It's very much so based on the DS controller and others. I forgot to put the DS controller in there just because I didn't think of it until I started recording this video. But you can see the PlayStation and the 360 controllers there. And these are pretty standardized controllers, so they just went with the standard. But they did have a special system. You know, the attack was the right button, and the special, or you turned into a squid, was the left button. Movement on the left thumbstick. The camera was on the right thumbstick. And jump was actually, for the first time, the button further away. And that doesn't sound like much, but this is the same setup they have for The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. And they've got one added thing. And this adaptation I have loved. It is that if you use the controller, you kind of maneuver it around, you can aim better. You know, you use the camera as kind of, you know, just a general thing, and then if you want to get precise, you use movements. And I'll be honest, there have been moments where people have kind of run out of my way, and I'm trying to move the controller to aim, and I'm like, no, use the camera, you idiot. But this is such a precise system, and it does things so adaptively well that it's actually difficult for me to play Halo or any other shooter because I keep trying to get in that little bit extra right there. And that's why I wanted to talk about it. Is I think it will be influential, but it's unknown because it's so new. It's 3, maybe 4 years old. That's as of this recording. That's brand new. That's actually, I think it came out in 2016. So it's practically brand new. It's only 2 years old, and yet 2 major games now use it. So it's influenced It's influenced the new Splatoon for the Nintendo Switch. It has influenced Breath of the Wild, and I think there will be more people making designs like this, but I don't know. So that's where the controller thing gets kind of interesting. And let's be honest, if you are, the PlayStation and 360 controller type person, that little bit of extra finesse will drive you nuts because you're not accustomed to it. You have all of the twitches, memorized. And as soon as you kind of twitch with it, it kind of screws you up and you get angry. I've got plenty of friends who are angry at the controller for this because they come from the clan or the tribe that plays it in a specific way. And this little twist kind of messes with them. But if this becomes popular, it means that all these people from 2001 to today are going to be left behind, and they're just going to be like, oh, these new kids in these new games, how dare they? And it's kind of weird thinking about, right? And so that's kind of the controls as we understand them, kind of the history and the clans within them. If you were to try to hand this controller over to somebody who played old school Nintendo games, they wouldn't be able to play it. They'd just be like, I don't get this. The same as the Super Nintendo controller. Jump is in the wrong position, and so it would screw up whatever they're doing. And the next couple of videos, I'm going to be talking about specialized controls, mostly arcades, and how they did things. So catch you later for all those. Bye now.